Yeah, they made Mr. Popo blue. I think he's blue in Dragon Ball Kai. Hold on.
So we'll see if
What makes the Popo blue, man? I almost like don't want to bring up this design on screen, but I think he's blue and oh god, oh Jesus. No, he's not. Well, I think I saw a blue Popo. There's a blue okay, I'm getting out of here. It is I don't know why he looks like that. But I think he's blue in Kai, yeah. He looks the exact same. He is still, you know, fucking Kami's like living like kind of simple-minded, you know, manservant who looks like that. I forgot about the blue, yeah, but they did make him blue, I guess. He is blue. And I guess that's fucking all that matters. I am ignorant of a lot of like African cuisine and generally culture in general, I'm not gonna lie to you. Is Mai, the whole point of Mai is that she dresses like that because she likes being hot? Yeah, I'm not surprised that like my, you know, fucking 59-year-old like Muslim Arab mother is like, don't put that woman in your thumbnail. Like, I'm not surprised by it, but like, it's not the intention. It's not the intention. Honestly, my African geography is pretty bad too, which is a little bit of a, you know, that definitely probably is. It probably does have some like colonialist root to it, but I could fix it. Probably should fix it. I'm not really entirely sure. Like I can give you a pretty good guess, but I don't think I'm entirely sure where Senegal is. You know, which is a little embarrassing for sure. Especially because I could like point to Latvia on a map. You know, some of those map games on Steam, we could do power scale though. Senegal is in a place, I believe. It is one of those things that it doesn't happen by accident, right? It's not like an accident that I can find Latvia on a map, but I can't find like fucking Senegal. I can find probably Benin. I've been doing Global. They got countries that are 45 kilometers thin in the African continent that got mixed. I believe it.
So let's see. Have a nice day already. Off to a better start. I'm gonna check the advancing attempt and instead going for the 6XL to track down the 2-1-4H.
So losers semis? Real.
Fireball just at the right time to catch them on the backswing. So I like that option when you have meter.
I need to do more of those doles, honestly. I think I've only ever like the ones that I did for like a little bit. I did connections because that's fun. I mean, I've played Wordle a little bit too, for sure. I don't think I've done anything else really. Senegal's upper coast of West Africa. That is not quite what I would have. I would have been, I think, a few thousand kilometers off east. I think I would have put it somewhere west of Central Africa. But the Doliaths will be endless. Could be potential there. So yeah, I think that is, you know, that's tough for sure.
Using our resources to prevent Yule from keeping up her turn and pushing me to the corner and still maintaining the good spacing to use our 6XL as a whip punish tool. Really strong here from having.
Dude, it is awesome that his 6H is just a fucking. Oh no! Oh, but okay, he doesn't have. He can't like kill you, but he can still kill you. Like you're still dead, but like if you have more health, you could have survived. Scramble is kind of funny, true. You didn't do the obligatory Rule 34 duel. What is Rule 34 duel? What the fuck? Is that? If you weren't dead, you could live? If you, like, listen, if, like, I see now the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. By the way, Mewtwo? Is it crazy? Are we canceling Mewtwo for that take, by the way? Like, I understand it's like, listen. Oh, Gen Z's trying to cancel Mewtwo? That's cute. That's cute. Listen, I get what he's trying to get at, and like it's certainly nice to realize that, like, you know, in some ways you are the captain of your own life or whatever. But like, what's that shit? People think they make decisions, but like they didn't build the roads that they're driving on. Like the big decisions, they were made for them a long time ago, type shit. Like sometimes the circumstances of your birth, that shit matters, man. Like it does matter. What did Mewtwo do? I see now the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It's what you do with the gift of life that matters. I see what you're getting at, man. But sometimes the circumstances of one's birth do matter a little bit. Japan is very laissez-faire capitalist? Yeah, I guess so. Never mind, you're clear to not play it. Rule 34? No, why not? They fixed racism in the Pokemon universe and they have healthcare and education figured out. Fuck, I guess. If they fixed racism in the Pokemon universe, why does Jinx look like that? You know? I guess like that would be my, like, I guess that's like my first question. They fixed enslaving Pokemons to fight battles for cash. That's fair. Didn't Jesse get discriminated for not being Nurse Joy? Yeah. We don't talk about Jigs. Great question. I'm just listen. God forbid a motherfucker ask questions. And like, don't get me wrong. I like Dragon Ball. Mr. Popo is right there, man. I'm not gonna turn a blind eye to that. That shit is why the fuck is that there? I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna go around telling you they fixed racism in Dragon Ball. Out. Don't you lecture me with your $13 haircut. Jesse got discriminated against for not being Nurse Joy. Like, did he try and like? Was she like running the Pokemon Center or something, and she wasn't Nurse Joy, so like people treated her weird or something? There's gonna be one person saying Pokemon like being in the Pokeball. Oh Jesus fuck! She went to med school, but she wasn't Nurse Joy, so like no one fucked with her. Wait, that is actually crazy. And it was all Nurse Joy. Holy shit! Jesse's in Nurse Joy dominated fields. What the hell? That is true, actually. Maybe there's no racism, but there's definitely other kinds of discrimination, right? How many parents name their kids Joy? And you'll never guess. They all look exactly the same, too. You don't get it? They have a very comfortable life in there. It would be kind of cool if the Pokeball just had, like, infinite pizza. Pokemon's been real quiet about Jigs for a very long time. I mean, you don't want to bring attention to it. I don't blame them. I assume you just kind of want to pretend it never happens. Yeah, just be quiet and hope no one asks any questions. You don't get it? They don't pay rent? I think that is usually the case with slavery, yeah. If I got on a plane and saw a Pokemon pilot, I'd think, I sure hope he's qualified. Oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh fuck, the dog whistles, oh god! Jinx got ignored when she was part of the trio of Magmar and Electabuzz. Oh god. I don't think Pokemon was that quiet about Jinx that they changed her from black to purple. Why is that? Why is that always the solution? Why did they think that like making Mr. Popo blue was like fine? You know? It's still like it aren't really tricking anyone. Like it's almost crazier because it's like the idea that it's like, oh well, like because like Popo is also he's like Popo is like Vanta black, you know? Like, very few black people actually look like that, you know? So it's like, the idea is like, oh, well, let's just make his skin color. It's like, it's not that he looked like them for real. And when you make him not look like them, then it's fine. It's like, it's not, it's almost like worse, you know? To be like, he's blue now. I just don't get it. Why is he blue now? Why is he blue? It's true, Tinny Colors does nothing, but they weren't quiet about it. Yeah, they made Mr. Popo blue. I think he's blue in Dragon Ball Kai. Hold on. What makes the Popo blue, man? I almost like don't want to bring up this design on screen, but I think he's blue and oh god, oh Jesus. No, he's not. Well, I think I saw a blue Popo. There's a blue okay, I'm getting out of here. It is. Oh, I don't know why he looks like that. But I think he's blue in Kai. Yeah, he looks the exact same. He is still, you know, fucking Kami's like live-in, like kind of simple-minded, you know, manservant who looks like that. I forgot about the blue. Yeah, but they did make him blue, I guess. He is blue, and I guess that's fucking all that matters. Honestly, it would have been way cooler if they made him white. You can't be asking why Popo is blue, Brick. It's insensitive. Oh, yeah, my bad. That's on me. The lips are insane, yeah. They should have just given him, like, the normal Caucasian skin tone that everyone else... Obviously, like, the people in Dragon Ball are, like... Obviously, like, they're... Well, they're not, like, Japanese in-world, but, like, I assume they're supposed... I actually don't know if they're supposed to look Asian. I feel like whatever they do, I don't think I can really nail down like what like ethnicity like Goku is supposed to be, right? But like they should give him like that same skin tone. Why not? How's it going, Brick? They're all Hispanic? That's fucking real, except for Piccolo who's black. Case closed. That's actually fucking real. Maybe the most real shit I've ever heard, in fact. How's it going? Brick, what's going on, Cloud? They did redesign the one Shaman King character in the remake because he was legit supposed to be black, but they drew his blackface. Inoffensively light-skinned. Yeah. Fucking blue Popo, man. I can't believe this shit. Fucking blue Popo. I like forgot about that until just now. Why is he blue? I'm sorry if apparently it's fucking unwoke to ask why Mr. Popo is blue. We can't even ask why Mr. Popo is fucking blue anymore because of woke. Piccolo or Vegeta better on the grill? I think Piccolo's got him fucking cooked in literally and figuratively, man. I'm sorry. Holy DP. You know Goku is Mexican and Krillin is Guatemalan? I can get behind this. Crazy DP. If I had Siegfried DP, I would swing it out all the time, too. I say this, when I play Siegfried, I don't DP. But, like, it's a good DP, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. That's the Grill Master? Yeah. Not too much on Piccolo real quick. Does Vegeta know any Saiyan culture? I've never seen the show. I mean, he knows as much as, you know, you'd expect him to, considering, you know, the entire race stopped existing when he was, like, 9 or whatever, but...
The bane of everybody in Vegeta's past existed so far. What do you do?
He identifies pretty strongly with being a Saiyan, and it's like a lesson that he teaches Goku too, right? Blue Lives Matter joke here somewhere. Oh jeez, oh god, oh fuck. Like how Piccolo was supposed to become evil again at some point, but they forgot or something. Was that real? I don't know if that's true. Toriyama is the king of like making up story arcs on the spot and just making them work, though, I will say. Right. Like, as far as I'm aware, I'm not sure how much of it is true, but, like, to an extent, I'm pretty sure that, like, a lot of things Toriyama was just kind of coming up with as he went. But, like, somehow it works, man. Somehow it's, like, mostly coherent. Okay, he's got none food recipes then? I don't think Vegeta's got any recipes. He's, like, originally the king of evil? Well, sure. Yeah. Demon King Piccolo. That doesn't mean that he had to be evil again, though. Vegeta is Argentinian. He's prideful but eats shit for the sake of the plot. I don't know, like, the lore. I don't know, like, but I kind of love this. I love that apparently, like, I don't know what exactly the references that are being made are here, but something about, like, you know, fucking Goku is Mexican, Krillin is Guatemalan, and Vegeta is Argentinian. I really like this idea. Brought back that plotline for fucking DBZ live action for some reason. If you're like judging anything based off Dragon Ball Evolution, we have bigger problems, okay? I just can't see Piccolo being evil again. I mean, not at this point, certainly. Ow. Did the king need to learn how to cook? I guess that's fair, yeah. Honestly, whenever we see Saiyans eating food, it always just looks like they're just... Like, when Guinea... Like, I think the only time we see a Saiyan at least preparing any kind of food is when... fucking Guinea is chopping up that meat when Bardock is telling her we have to get Goku off the planet. It's like, it just kind of looks like it just, like, might just eat fucking raw meat. But also, I don't know. Could just be a bad look. WDP, real. Dragon Ball Evolution is the reason Super exists. Yeah, and, like, Hitler is why we have the internet. It doesn't mean that he's a good person, okay? Or some shit. Like, World War II is, like, there are, like, huge, like, technological strides made in it. Doesn't mean that we have to hand it to Al-Qaeda. I mean, the husband and father should probably learn how to cook. Oh, he should, yeah. But, like, the Saiyan culture seem particularly non-patriarchal to you? But they are rich. They definitely got chefs. Oh, you mean after he went to Earth? Yeah, I mean... I don't think Bulma's ass knows how to cook either. Bulma's just a billionaire. I gotta watch Fidgety's play this Vakala character in more detail. Hold on. I gotta lock in. There is a tournament going on, in case you weren't aware. It's not just jingling keys in the background. There are actually people playing Granblue here. I gotta watch this Vakala corner pressure and see what I can learn.
Themselves right near that cannon too, but as soon as they didn't really get an item to help them with it,
you don't really know shit about Saiyan culture, right? Yeah.
Really let their offense keep going.
I mean, honestly, for all we know, them being like violent brutes and shit like that could be Frieza propaganda, man. But like they kind of weren't like dope. It seems. Like, it definitely seems like they weren't like the best, like the dopest guys. Oh, no spot dodge? No spot dodge? Mega Mind face? What the fuck? Okay, sure. Dormouse at close range like that, huh? We know there were warriors that they fight. There was Legend of a Super Saiyan. Yeah, and that they, like, kill, like, a lot of people. Like, you can make the they were just following orders argument with Frieza, but, like, they killed, like, a lot of people, right? Like, planet, like, omnicides. Like, not even genocide. Like, we're talking omnicide. We're talking they clear out a planet of all of its inhabitants and then sell it. And they did that for probably thousands of planets, right? Like, it's like Vegeta has probably killed, like, over 1 trillion people, if I had to guess, by the time that, like, he shows up on Earth. Like, you know, it's why I like the idea, like, Dragon Ball Super, at least, you know, it at least tries to address a little bit that, like, just because Vegeta is, like, mostly cool now, it's not just, you know, it's kind of wild. Some of those kills have to be for the love of the game. It's true. Like, kind of all of them. They do kind of just fuck with it. Vegeta was doing it daily without Frieza's orders? Yeah. What was that? 6XM cross-up anti-air? Wait, I said I was gonna pay attention and I didn't. What happened? You got me talking about Dragon Ball again. Wait, what? Star doesn't get blown up by you fireballs? Why not? This is from yesterday? It's from Saturday, I think. Why does Star not die to you fireballs? What happened? Why is it just there still? Is that Ratsune Miku? Wait, I love that for her.
That was something you do not expect from a Dash.
Base Vegeta did get cooked by Frogman. You're talking about the fucking guys who gave, I can see the future. The fucking guys who gave Bardock the future sight. Stars is built different. They called it the most disgusting anti-air of all time. The caller has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. Do not mention that anime. He gets too distracted. Fucking Ano Otoko looking ass. I'm still waiting for the Raditz comeback one day, right? I mean, listen, man. I don't think you guys realize. When Goku said, "I don't have a brother," you guys do. You weren't listening, man. You were not fucking listening. He hated that guy.
Ready for the DP because they knew they were going to go to throw to cancel out the animation from the bomb, so they wouldn't get hit or chipped by it. So they were going to go for.
I start to climb 500 plus Q and it's way harder than I was expecting. Oh yeah, there's a huge difference between low master and high master, right? Like once you get to gold master and like it opens up, like you get to leave the like, you know, restricted queue. It's a huge difference. Nappa forgotten? Why the fuck would anyone want to bring Nappa back? Raditz, you can at least make the argument, oh, it's Goku's brother, but Goku would disagree with you, right? But like, or at least at the time, maybe older Goku can have a little bit more empathy for it, but like 20-year-old Goku was not fucking with that shit. But like, why the fuck would anyone? Who cares about Nappa, man? Just because TFS fucks with them a lot. Vegeta doesn't care about that guy. Why would Goku want to bring him back? Nappa is bald? Good answer, nephew. Raditz was a cameo in the new Broly movie? That's true. He hated Raditz but loved Vegeta, who was arguably more evil. I don't think he loved Vegeta when he first met him.
Unfortunately, a blockable scenario since he had to block the ball.
I don't think that's really. I don't know when can you make the argument, if ever, that. I think by the time that like. Maybe by the time that like Super rolls around, you can like sort of make that argument, right? Maybe. Was Raditz mentioned or shown in the Bardock gas flashback? I mean, Bardock wishes for his sons to live, to thrive, right? So, but it's not really a direct mention. Maybe Buu Saga? Maybe. I think in Buu Saga, like, I think he respects him. I don't know if he like fucks with him that heavy.
Nice shot with the cannonball.
Ow.
Goes for the super.
But that is like several, like that's like over, like that is, you know, that is like 15 years into knowing the guy or something, right? So it does count for something. Bro got 50% of his wish. I mean, Raditz is doing pretty well until he met up with Goku, right? I mean, I think one thing in that arc is that the dragon clearly has like a monkey's paw-ishness to its wish granting, right? Like, I think that in the Granola arc, like, that is, those Dragon Balls can do things that other Dragon Balls can't do, but they, like, the monkey's paw sort of curls a little bit, right? It's like there are no other Dragon Balls where you could, maybe the Super Dragon Balls, but like there are no other Dragon Balls where you could walk up to them and go, I wish to be the strongest in the universe. Those ones will do it, but they'll be like, all right, but you are, it's like they make it a curse. Like what happened to Gas, right? It's like, oh, I wish for my sons to thrive. It's like, okay, cool, right? Like nothing will ever harm your sons except for each other type shit, you know? Like, it is like I think that, like there is unironically like there is like a monkey's paw in this too. Like if you go like, oh, that wish, it's kind of fucked up that he wished for that and then his sons like killed each other, like they died in a fight together basically. I think that's sort of, yeah, like I mean again, obviously it's like a, like this is something that like Toriyama made up because he thought it would sound cool, but it does make sense in hindsight. It's all over when Hercule wishes to be stronger than Goku. I mean, at least the Super Dragon Balls are policed, which is nice. Monkey's paw, yeah. I mean, Goku died more times than Raditz did. Goku had not died at all by the time that Raditz showed up, right? The first time that both of them died was in that fight. I think there's a pretty, like, you can make a pretty clear implication that, like, the wish sort of, like, at that point it was doing the haha funny, like, it's sort of over at that point. But also, I think if you asked whether or not Goku thrived, I think it's probably true. The fucked up thing about Dragon Ball is that, like, dying doesn't necessarily mean you're not really thriving, right? Probably a good chance that Goku was, Goku probably seemed like he was having a great time, like the 7 years that he was in the fucking Otherworld between the Android and Buu saga or something. When they let you keep your body and like treat you like a hero in the next life, I think that's counts as thriving. There's the alt non-canon timeline where Bardock went Super Saiyan, real. W Super. Fucked up thing is you could be talking about Grand Blue or Dragon Ball, and I just don't know. This shit went to game 5, and I haven't paid attention to a single game after saying I was gonna lock in. Isn't that fucked up? Isn't it, like, crazy and like fucked up of me to do this?
That far age, prompting a BC though, very valuable. One BC left of Akala's name, so
sure.
The corner situation that they could force from them, if they could run out of that resource, would be very, very good.
Oh, that is. My food is here. Ooh, it did take a while, huh? What DBZ does to a motherfucker? And some Super, and some Dragon Ball. I have to go down 2 flights of stairs and come back up, but it's worth. I do feel for you. Unfortunate. I also hate when I have to go downstairs. That's why I live in an apartment. No stairs for me. I just buzz them up. I'm getting hungry, though, I will say. And GT? GT had some cool ideas. I still think all this dumb shit that Bulma is doing with the Dragon Balls and Super and like Frieza, and I think we are like rife for a Shadow Dragon arc, but like canon this time, for real. Lowain Grand Final locking back out, actually so fucking real. This Grand Final's kind of long, no? I'm hungry. I mean the whiffed Super, but stairs suck too. That's real. We are like so primed for a fucking Shadow Dragon arc right now, or like at least something like that idea where like the overuse and the misuse of the Dragon Balls had some kind of consequences. Because like, what the fuck do you mean Bulma is using it to get like the BBL on the regular? How hungry? I'm so hungry I could eat a awesome lesbian couple. Wait, no, I think I'm getting my memes mixed up. The fucked up part is like, that's a funny joke, but like most of y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's just gonna call me homophobic on Pride Month. You're gonna do the low-hanging fruit. But like, if you think about it for a second, that is a good joke, okay? That was a good subversion. I kind of want giant monkey Super Saiyans. I think you can call them that. Hi, Brick. Hello, Asta. We were just talking about how Hava is misogynist for 214U BC baiting your ass to end the set.
Fortunately, just a little bit late on that spot dodge, like you said, but on time.
I'm in lesbians with you. What does this mean? Are you talking about the islands off the coast of fucking Greece or whatever? I got owned. It happens. You gotta get washed to get clean. You gotta wash yourself or you will never be clean. You gotta clean yourself after you poop, man. It's just it's a known fact of life. Honestly, brother, get me through these fucking in between rounds. Wait, what? Okay, no, I thought a round ended in those like 5 seconds. I simply wasn't playing my best. Yeah, that's Lesbos. Okay, I don't think you can call them that. Like, I know it's Pride Month, or like I don't know, like I don't think you can call them that. It's got like a mildly like derogatory like bend to it. No, we win next time. I believe you. I forgot the Mambo's still dead. Isn't that so unfortunate? Summon Manhattan Cafe. That's real. Cafe, save, release.
Dashlight denying. Again, it's India not looking any better off at this maximum distance. There's no hope of a BC.
There you go.
Hava in control right now. The backdash.
Baekhyun must always stand atop the tower. Haru cannot float. He must have Rice support her. 6XL God, have a nice day. I like how he uses Siegfried Far L. I think he uses Siegfried Far L very well. Scott Pilgrim reference? I'm sorry. I did not grow up here. I don't know about that shit. I'm unfamiliar with Scott Pilgrim. I know that a lot of people are attracted to Ramona Flowers. I know in my head, I think it's the same thing as Percy Jackson, which it isn't, but I think it might have the same fan bases. I don't know. They have the same vibes to me anyway. Guy who doesn't know anything, these two things are exactly the same. I think in my head, I get them confused sometimes. Lesbo's giving hobo? Like a little bit, right? Like that one Kendrick song? Excuse me? Gotta get watched to get clean. The evils of Lucy was all around me. He ran under the 6XH and punished it. Oh, man. Air blocked. Or air unblockable, rather. Scott Pilgrim is one of those media literacy traps, which now that I think about it, maybe any piece of media? What does that mean? What? Literally what? This is like the... How can you say so many words and be so not meaningful? I mean, maybe... Okay, maybe there's a meaning. I don't understand what the meaning is. What is that? What do you say? Scott Pilgrim is one of those media literacy traps. As in, like, if you misconstrue it, you'll think it's about something, when in reality it's about the exact opposite of that thing. It's like when all the Republicans got really surprised that they were the machine that Rage Against the Machine was raging against, and they realized that they were like, what? They're woke? It's like, well, was the name not a big enough hint? People glorify the guy Scott when, yeah, not the point. Interesting. He's 17, Scott? Excuse me? Is Havana's gonna 3-0 his ass? What the hell? Havana trying to let me go make my burger quicker, man. Wait, I fuck with this have a nice day guy. Wait, what? Is that a character swap? I realized halfway through my sentence people do that to many pieces of media. Yeah. People fuck with fucking Patrick Bateman. They be fucking with Walter White. There's lots of other examples, I'm sure, but I'm hungry, so I can't think of any right now. They be fucking with, like, you know, that one guy who they shouldn't be. Oh, Eren Yeager is like the fucking... I mean, honestly, I don't know if the author wanted you to not fuck with Eren Yeager, because, like, isn't he, like, also a fascist or some shit? But, like, you probably shouldn't be fucking with Eren Yeager, I will say. Or they go, like, this is problematic, and it's like, yeah, the story has a bunch of characters literally saying it's bad. Real. More like Scott Pilgrim versus the woke, am I right? We can't even have Scott Pilgrim anymore because of woke. That's how it fucking goes. Like, my knee's doing a little better. Maybe I can work after all. Did you fracture it? Listen, I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. I need money to buy mom a new printer. No, I appreciate that. I do, but your mom doesn't want anything more than for you to be healthy and happy, you know? Like, if your mom knew you were going to work on, like, a fractured knee to buy her a new printer, she would tell you to stay home. I don't think a fractured knee gets better over the course of one stream. I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, if you're, like, genuinely feeling better, like, sure, I guess, but you'll grow up watching One Piece and end up being on the right. No, you don't understand, man. It's not political. Somehow, I actually can't even strawman this argument because I don't even know what the points for it are. You know what I mean? I actually don't know how you can come to the like. I can't even make fun of the arguments by strawmanning them because I can't imagine what the arguments are. Turning into Hitler was one hell of a plot twist. Fucking real. Some guys probably love seeing themselves in Scott because he waits for his girlfriend outside of her high school. Holy shit, man. What? Is he dating a high schooler and he's not a high schooler? Could be your fault, streamer. Why aren't you doing healing magics? I gotta do the fucking the Machikane Fukitaru. As a guy who doesn't know anything about Scott Pilgrim, I'm just like, the more I hear about it, the more I'm like, what? Yes? Oh! What a interesting Scott Pilgrim versus the woke indeed, man. I think we're gonna have to kill this guy, Ogre. Damn. Yeah, I think? Whoa. Yeah. Cool. Maybe it's not the same thing as Percy Jackson. He's like a college freshman, I think? Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim versus the world. Scott Pilgrim's kind of mid, TBH. Yes, and everyone around him literally says you need to break up with your 17-year-old girlfriend. He's not meant to be likable? No, that's fair. I'm not saying it's like burn the piece of media. I'm saying we gotta cancel the guy, not the author. I was wondering what you were getting at with the Percy Jackson thing. I think in my head, they were both just young adult fiction where like maybe the main character was a guy who had some sort of magical power. Scott is 23. That's crazy. Like, in my head, I know nothing about any of... I knew nothing... When I said that, I knew nothing about either of them, except that I was like... I think there's, like, some amount of, like, magic in both of them, and the main character is, like, a guy... Like, honestly, by that logic, I could say that it's the same as Harry Potter, except I'm a little bit more familiar with Harry Potter, I guess. I feel like they had similar audiences, I guess, but maybe I'm wrong. It seems like I'm wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's, like, There's a grand finals reset in this shit. I might skip ahead and see who wins. 23? Ain't no way, dog. Kind of crazy. I mean, like, in, like, 2006, and it's, like, 17 and 18. It's like, I mean, there's, like, honestly, I mean, you know. There's a discussion to be had there. But if it's 17 and, like, 23, that is pretty wild.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of wild. The whole point is that Scott needs to act like an adult. It is funny that this is like Peter Pan, but instead of like not wanting to grow up, he like keeps statutorily raping women. Like that, it is like an interesting discussion to be had for sure, right? It's like, what if instead of not wanting to leave Neverland, Peter Pan couldn't stop cream pieing underage girls? Like, I don't. It's like it's an interesting plot point, I guess, right? But like maybe different time. Like I guess. What did I chime back into? I don't know, man. Ask Scott Pilgrim. It's not. I'm not condoning any of this. What if Peter Pan took the kids to the island? That's what I'm saying. Ugh, brother. I know. I just didn't realize this is what Scott Pilgrim was about. I guess. You know. I'm processing.
Looking to force game 5.
Going back to the brick stream is always risky. I thought it was like... I thought it was, like, if you had asked me to, like, guess what Scott Pilgrim was about, I would have said that it was, like, this, like, nerdy kid who, like, has, like, this girlfriend, and she has some, like, fucked up exes, and, like, they become, like, they're, like, you know, they're, like, his Akatsuki, and he has to, like... hone his magic powers to defeat her fucked up exes and set her free or something. And it's like, well, it's a little bit hero, it's a little bit like male hero fantasy, a little bit, but like at least it's like maybe got like something of a positive message, but it's not the main focus, it's just part of the story. That I mean, also funny. I don't know which is, I don't know if that's better or worse, but sorry, it's my fault I started this. No, like it's cool, like it exists. It's not like we shouldn't talk about it. It's just it's been interesting to find, like getting the small like the little piecemeal like things that I've been getting fed to me about this has been a very interesting experience. There's no need to apologize for anything though. It's all good. Ow.
Beat the BC, ow. Throw them right back. Catbot still here to help us out. Going into the high-low. Now one more.
They made an autobiography about Jerry Seinfeld and called it Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I get it. It's supposed to be kind of the critique of that male wish film and fantasy because Scott is just such a piece of shit who objectifies women. That's fair. That's fair. Again, like none of this is me saying like, oh, this media must suck or something. Like I understand the idea of it saying like, no, this is bad. I'm just saying like it's just not the conception that I had of the character at all. But to be fair, the conception was sort of just made up. Like it was based on basically nothing. This is not me coming at the media itself. It's me coming at the character. I'm like, I did not realize he was such an asshole. You can never really trust a motherfucker named Scott. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have... How many Scotts do I know? I know one Scott and he sucks. But now I know 2 Scotts, and one of them is fictional, but he also sucks. Has anyone here ever met a Scott that they liked?
Well, most likely gonna send out H Bros, which is exactly what happens here.
Are you gonna watch the Chris Hansen movie? Excuse me.
Finally have a beat on how to keep Siegfried in the corner.
Would you trust Scott from The Office? Who the fuck is Scott from The Office? Talking about Michael Scott? Scott Summers kind of professional L taker, yeah. Remember watching that shit as a kid when my mom. Oh, no reset. I've never met a Scott that I remember. I've only like known a Scott tangentially, and I did not like him. Which, like, you know, shout out to Scott or whatever. I knew a Scott was a pretty great dude, actually. Fair enough. I guess I can't just assume everything about someone just based on their first name. It kind of sucks for me because it makes the world like way more complex. I wish I could just like look at a guy, know that their name was Scott, and decide that they should be like killed. Like I wish things were that simple, but I guess it's like not that fucking easy or whatever. Fine, whatever, man. I can't even kill everyone named Scott because of woke anymore.